Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another case of the Mondays. My name is Jake, and is with me, as always, is
Katie.
that's Katie. I love the Katie. It's Monday, and that's for sure. And I don't know if I like this under brightness on
Yo,
top of you.
vibes, you're the first one in the house.
Vibes is the first one in the house. You better
Yep.
click on it so we can see what. How do we know this? Oh my gosh! Turn it off. I'm back. I'm back. Cake. That's yes. We are Cake, and we also are Caker. Also. Oh my goodness, it's Monday. It's Monday, and we've been waiting for this our entire week. I don't know about you. We've been talking backstage because there's a real backstage here, like. And I know that the camera angle isn't the best, but I decided to err on this side of Katie. So you'll see only half of my face, but at least you can see all of Katie. And that's the best part. Plus, all the fish tanks are back there on that side. Wonderful.
Jamie Palladino's in the house.
Katie's in charge of the chat and what's showing up here, and I'm sorry if the sound is bad. I had to readjust a few things. It sounds okay on my side, but if it starts clipping out or something, but I'll see.
Aw, thank you, vibes.
What's this?
We have
Oh,
a
$1.99?
Yes, super chat. Here's to a great live stream. Love y'all. We love you too, vibes. Jamie says it sounds okay so far.
Thank you. Vibes for the super. Is it a chat or a sticker?
I believe it's a super chat
A super chat?
because he wrote.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not quite.
Thank you for the super chat. Oh my god, that's kind of like really, really wet. Katie, why don't you try? Go ahead.
What am I supposed to say?
Exactly.
Monster Fish Gal's here. Hey, great to see you.
Monster Fish Gals, Lori. Love Lori. She's in a lot of live streams. And she's usually moderator of most of them, which
Yeah.
is great.
And vibes.
She's a moderator of ours, and we thank you so much, Lori, for taking care of us. So far, I don't think we get a lot of, what do they call them, trolls?
Yeah.
Trucking across my bridge. And
Pay the troll.
pay the troll toll. Yes, yes, yes. So, today is Monday, and I've had a Monday.
Was it really that bad?
No, it wasn't that bad. But it was Monday.
True.
And
River did save her poop of the day for you though.
she did. I appreciate that. When my daughter saves her poo for me, I feel special. Our daughter's been learning how to laugh,
And screech. I forgot to tell you she was screeching today.
making sounds. She's understood now that she can control her vocals and do all sorts of crazy sounds, which I love because that's what I like to do. I like to make faces and make funny sounds. I do.
That's why you get her to laugh all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No, Vibes, you don't do a bad job.
Don't you ever say that. There's something flying right there. I saw it. You guys saw it. Anyways, Vibes is not a bad moderator at all. What Mr. Vibes likes to do is be hard on himself. I don't think you should be, ma'am. But that's how a lot of humble people roll.
He wants to know if anybody has any holiday plans. You mean for Veterans Day?
Do you mean for St. Augustine's Day? I don't know. Is that a thing? Holiday. I'm assuming Thanksgiving, Christmas. Is there something in between there? Every day is a holiday sometimes.
He says yes.
Well, click on it. Should click on every single one so we all can see. Well, at least so I can see because I'm not.
Oh, because you're not in there?
No, because I'm in the control room.
That's fine.
I'm 2 feet away from you and I'm in the control room.
3G's in the house. And Vibes wants to thank everybody that has served the country. Yes, thank you to all who have served. Whether you're still with us or you gave your life for us.
As far as plans for the holiday, I don't. My birthday is the 27th. Many Cathedral. I don't know if he chose to use the word many, but that's awesome. Thou shalt be many cathedrals in this.
Vibe says Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. Well, normally for Thanksgiving and whether on Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving, I cook dinner for the local police department here in our town and box it all up, and they come and get their yummies along with dessert and can eat it on their leisure or in between their calls. And
it's very nerve-wracking for me.
there's 2 women in the kitchen throwing things around and trying to get everything done on time. And
I stay out here.
well, this year you're going to have to take care of River while Mom and I are cooking. But Christmas Day, we go to my stepmom's and we have a huge meal with some of our family from Dad's side and her side. And we just relax. Yeah. It's awesome. How about all of you?
New Year's Eve, you didn't say about that.
New Year's Eve, we're going to be in bed. We're lucky. I never make it to midnight half the time unless River's still awake.
Well, we used to. do
Used to,
things.
yes. But
We used to
not
get
so
all
much
snazzied up.
anymore. Yeah, we used to go out.
Things that we used to do. That's enough.
Vibes wants to know if we're doing a special live stream over Thanksgiving.
Oh, like close-ups of us eating food, just like
Or cooking.
that's
Do you want to
gross.
see the cooking?
The cooking. They should actually. I could provide that. Do a live stream of the chaos in the kitchen.
Maybe I'll take on all the cooking duties this year.
Mm-hmm.
Mom can have River and spend time with her, and you can video.
I don't know if she'll be able to accept that because your mom wants to take over in that kitchen.
Yeah, she likes control.
Is watching you two like the best mother-daughter duo ever. But
It gets hectic.
Yeah.
Vibe says cooking, yes. Well, we'll see what we can do.
By the way, if you guys think that Katie should start a cooking channel, like an offshoot, tell us what you think. Yes or no? This is, as far as I know, a channel about fish, a channel about growing plants, a channel about gardening,
Life.
life. But if you've been a follower of us for a while, you'll understand that since River was born, it's been harder to put out content lately. A lot of it I do in shorts. I've taken a lot of footage, but the whole process of editing has been a lot harder lately. I'm going to change something up real quick and leave you to Katie. You talk about the chat. I'll be right back.
Oh, really? What are you changing up? Vibe says one side dish that has to be a Thanksgiving dinner table. Green bean casserole and turkey. But you said side dish, so I'm going to say green bean casserole. Jamie says, yes, she would like many channels of Jake and Katie's style.
Even with my big fat belly.
Vibe says, take it away.
Let's get the shaky cam up here.
Well, it's not so shaky because you're not holding it,
Right.
but still.
Oh, the other way around. It's blurry though.
We actually do the sliced cranberries here. Vibes.
Now you can't see your face.
Well, there's
That's fine.
we prefer the gelled cranberries over the actual cranberries because of the seeds. Yes, out of the can.
This is a live shot of our 10-gallon aquarium, one of the many that we have, that's filled full of 10 angelfish, plus one albino bristlenose pleco. It was a gift from Jeff Kane. Can't see it in there right now as far as I'm looking. At least at the same shot as you guys. It was out front. I was worried about putting it in with angelfish, thinking that they get a little feisty, but really there's been no problems at all. It's bigger than them for one thing, and another is just they're kind of in their own little worlds. What say you?
Jamie said stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, gravy, corn pudding, cranberry sauce, all must be present. It's my favorite holiday. Vibe goes, whoop, I'm hanging out in the right club.
Mm-hmm. That all sounds awesome. I love food.
Welcome, Peplin. Good to see you
Hey,
also.
Brian. So some of the plants that we have in there, I've noticed that one got uprooted. It was a
Pogo stemon.
no. A crypt. It was a crypt
Oh.
plant. It was I can't
One of the babies
point
that
it
we
to you
had.
guys, but see where the pleco is now in front of the filter? There's probably another inch or so to the left of his nose, right where he's sitting now, and it's floating in there somewhere. If you look to the upper left of the back side of the tank,
Okay.
you see the reflection of the open sign. Just to the right of that, you see a cluster of roots. That is a spider plant. I got kind of tucked in there from the top. But we have all these kind of stem plants along the bottom because I've got lots of them. And what is that long leaved one to the left, Katie?
I think it's Val.
A Vallisneria. Am I saying it
I
right?
believe so.
There's 2 of them in there. I'm going to switch it over to the tank to the right of it, if I may. Kitty's going to keep on top of chat.
Monster Fish Gal had said previous that I had her comment up. She starts cooking the night before, and that's doing all the baking. And Jamie said exactly that's the correct way. Morning of it's a quickie. Ooh. Not sure on how to take that. Vibes wants to know what's one special Thanksgiving dessert that is a must-have. You muted yourself.
Pumpkin pie.
I think that's the general consensus. But what do all of you think?
Pumpkin pie.
Vibe says, I'm thinking of a Thanksgiving dinner just like I used to know. I can tell you one thing. Once I sit down and eat Thanksgiving dinner or even Christmas dinner, I'm down for the count. So I usually wait to eat till after everybody else has eaten because I have cleanup, and this year we'll have River. And then once River goes to bed, Mommy can have a buffet.
Biscuits, pumpkin pies. Know that Brian says pumpkin pie. Oh, hey Craig, welcome in.
Woohoo!
Craig's Catfish has been a member for 1 month.
Thank you so much, Craig.
Thank you, Craig, for your 1 month membership. Appreciate it, man. We both do. That's awesome. We're finally getting to the point where we can have a 1 month. We've only been able to have memberships for 1 month. So if you're on the 1 month membership, you're an OG. If we're allowed to have OGs yet. So what you're looking at here is a mixture of male endlers. There's also maybe a hybrid or 2 of regular guppy and their hybrid, but they're all males. So the right on the bottom, you'll see one of Daniken's Pleco caves. We received this as a gift from Brian and Foxy. Peplin Creek Aquatics. And on top of that little cave, you'll see a little yellow speck. That is a lemon blue-eyed bristlenose Pleco. We do have another one. I'm waiting to see if one's male or female yet, but once I get the other one out of the other tank, it will be going in with that one.
Hold up. We have a new person in here. Guppy, 3.14. Just popped in to say hi and good morning as it's 12:25 a.m. LOL. Thank you for coming and being in the chat and being on our live stream.
I do believe that is Guppy. That's pi. Pi starts with 3.14.
Sorry.
Plus he's got the symbol. That is awesome. Is it Guppy? Guppy. I could say Guppy.
And Adele's here. Woohoo! Good to see you.
Adele, hello. Is it not name? Oh, okay. See that? I'm not new. I just changed my channel name. So let's play a game of this. Don't reveal yourself yet. I want to know if anyone else knows who this person is. It's 12:24. So, hey Adele, what time is it for you right now?
And what day?
Oh, it's gotta be tomorrow there. And also, could I have the winning lottery ticket numbers, please? That would be great.
Oh my goodness gracious.
12:24 a.m. puts us about 6 hours ahead. 6 hours ahead of us.
Oh,
so you
Vibes
are
posted the
to
channel.
the east of us. I would say you're somewhere in India.
I don't think that's quite right.
No? England.
It's in Europe somewhere.
Either way, you're attracted to my accent.
They're in the UK.
So you're someone that we've met before, at least in chat before. You gotta click that on there. See, that's.
I'm
that's,
sorry.
That's good. I'm in the UK.
Adele did say that
Well,
she's
she's way-
10:21 a.m. the 12th
Way
of
ahead
July.
of us. Way ahead
Not
of
quite
us.
Adele.
Way ahead of us. Yeah, you spun around the 12-hour mark plus 4 hours.
Talk about months.
You're 16 hours ahead of us?
She said it was in July. You
What-
missed that part. Not just the time, but you missed the month.
Can
Nothing.
I just move to Australia? Because I'd rather live there.
You want to get beat up by a kangaroo.
Yeah, I guess if
You
that
just
sounds
want to.
pretty awesome. I'd give it a try. I couldn't get the accent down though. I'm not. The only thing I can say is no, 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 no.
Well, don't insult her by
Okay.
your poor
Well,
accent.
there's
Or Craig.
there's different dialects and accents throughout their country, just like ours. So it depends on what part of Australia, I'm sure. So, but I do know that the nar,
Nar.
Would you like some more Brussels sprouts? Nar.
I've lived in Aussie, a fantastic place to live. Stone the Flaming Crows. If I'm seeing that right. I got my microphone in the way.
That sounds cool. Stone the Flaming Crow. I can't say it. Stone the Flaming Crows. Sounds like an awesome band name to me. Stone the Flaming Crows.
Okay, so Adele said she believes it's I think what she meant is General Mountain Time plus 10 hours for the time zone.
That's Greenwich Mean Time. That's what GMT.
Oh, sorry.
Greenwich Mean Time.
Bob wants to know if we can keep down the noise. He's shopping. Sorry, Vibes. We'll try and turn it down to a dull roar.
I wonder what this song does. Ping. That's too crazy. All right. So we were talking about the fish on the screen, huh?
Mm-hmm.
To the left, on the left side of that tank, you'll see a strawberry ram's horn snail. We've got a ton of those. not just in this tank. I mean, there's one there. Anyways, we got that Pleco cave from Peplin and Foxy as a gift while we were there, and it is actually made by Danny from Daniken Aquatics.
Kenny.
No, Kenny didn't
Oh,
make
Danny
that.
makes them. That's right.
Mhm.
Never mind. You're right. Sorry,
It's
mom brain
all
all day.
glazed and stuff. You can see in the reflection on the far right side, you can see the side profile of that lemon blue eye. And like I said before, I've got another one that's in a different tank. It's just hard to catch it right now. I have to remove their shelters, and I'm not ready to do that yet. Those are all male endlers.
Craig wants to know, how was your guys this week?
Last week?
He's a little different on time. He's a few days ahead of us.
A few days.
I don't know.
Yeah, in Australia, they're like a week ahead of us, man.
I don't know.
I love you.
Like I said, my brain is kind of shot.
That's okay.
We've been going through a lot of different stages with River of changes. They're all good. They're great. But she today kind of found out how she can screech, but it's not been like that all day, thank goodness. But I can only imagine what the rest of
Soon.
the time is going to be.
Soon it'll be screeching time.
She
Oh, can't
absolutely
wait.
loved when you came home, by the way, and you pulled your stocking cap off and your hair was all disheveled, and she thought it was a magic trick.
It looked like her hair.
Yeah, well, a little bit.
Light years ahead.
Did you show this one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we
We-
love guppies.
We love the guppies. So, this is not... We're still trying to figure out who Guppy is. Guppy.
Anybody else want to comment on who it may be, if
He's
they
from
know?
the UK. He's changed his... He or she has changed his name. His or her name. Time to change the camera around. I'll be right back. Katie, you got...
You kind of cut yourself off there.
I did.
Goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Anyway, Jay came home and he took off his stocking cap and was trying to make it funny while he was showing River, and it wasn't over extravagant. But when he pulled it off, she just thought it was the bomb and started laughing and cooing and everything else. And he got a little bit of a screech out of her, but not like she did earlier for Mom. Guppy, or Guppy 3.14. I'm male and I have ribbed you about your darts. Okay. Oh! Oh! Give me a second. It's on the tip of my tongue. And he's also Scottish. Is this Lumpy? Lumpy dog? Shout out to Collaboration and Curiosities. Something tells me Yes, I was going to say Brian. You took it out of my mouth. It's great to see you back. We missed you. There's no more mystery. This is who Gapai 3.14 is. And like I just said, great to see you again. What are you showing, Jake? It would be nice to have some it would be nice to have some commentary with your video because I'm not sure what you're trying to show, so I can't exactly. Oh. So I'm not sure if my microphone picked anything up, but Jake said he's just showing different tanks while I'm supposed to be talking.
There's a lot of reflection on that one. You can see the bucket lid that the camera's sitting on. In the middle and slightly to the right, you'll see the other lemon blue-eyed. Every time I try to go for it, it slips into that little white cave thing we have to the left. Mm-hmm. Inside there, most of that's all black bar endlers. The big fish you see are mostly all females because I took the males out of there. The grown ones. This is getting a little overpopulated and I'm doing some separating work.
I'm pretty sure Rivers pooped. She hasn't moved from her initial position from sleeping. And normally when she doesn't move or thrash, she's exhausted.
She's also Scottish. I
Yes.
can do Scot. I can't do a Scottish accent. Just a lot of in the, right? Love. That's too mechanical.
Yeah.
You know what I do like? I like to drink scotch. I do like a good scotch. A single malt Scottish whiskey. A big fan.
Did you hear me on
About,
who it is?
you put it on there.
Yeah. I already clicked on it.
You did.
Yes. He used to give us crap about darts all the time. That was his clue.
Yeah. For one thing, it's all, soft tip.
Yeah.
Just,
It was all fun and
who wants a
games.
soft tip? Jimmy likes my purr. Purr. That's how I call kitties. If I see them in the neighborhood.
Oh, did I tell you we had a very nice sized doe walk through the yard the other morning?
Yes. Why don't you tell everybody else?
Mind you, it's bow hunting season around here. And you mainly have to have bucks. You have to have a buck tag first. And I'm not sure if they allowed you to get a doe tag for the bow season or not. There's been kind of weird around here for the seasons on what you're allowed or not to. And I haven't hunted in a while. So, but anyway, she felt quite comfortable. She came down the street, and I'm pretty sure she came from Mom and Jay's because they had deer tracks in the yard. My mom lives kitty corner across the street from us.
It's nice.
Yeah. And they get the deer over there eating their garden. We don't because our garden's in the greenhouse. but I'm pretty sure she went over there to check and see what was over there to eat. And then she came over to our place and just mosey on through the yard, down through the alley,
It's
into
nice
the
and
neighbor's
safe.
yard. She knew she wasn't going to have any issues in town. And I'm pretty sure that it's a new deer because the deer that I've seen in the yard and you've seen in the yard either have singles for children,
Yeah.
twins for children, or triplets for children.
I haven't seen the triplets.
I have. So this one's the first one on a single doe.
Well, they may not have much for issues, but I will pull out the slingshot and shoot a clay pebble at their behind.
Oh, when they're in the pond?
Yeah, only
Yeah.
if they're eating.
Yeah, when they're eating something they're not supposed to. Vibes wants to know, what is the one item you always buy when you're grocery shopping?
Let me
Bread.
answer this first. I haven't gone grocery shopping since I've met Katie.
Yes, you have.
Well, okay, not met. Since our romantic relationship began, I've probably gone grocery shopping twice. Yeah. It's fine with me because I don't like going grocery shopping, but I'm good at it. I'm good at it.
I like this answer. Brian says, I only buy beer. LOL. That's Jake.
It's because the beer's heavy, so she sends me out there.
Jamie said she saw a piebald once and it looked like a damn goat. They can. Piebalds can be anywhere from just partially white, brown, black, depending on what
Yeah,
coloration.
piebald deer are crazy looking.
Yeah, they're very gorgeous. They're not
Yeah.
illegal to kill, but albinos are.
I wouldn't. I would let it go just to get the genes out there. I think we could use a few more things. It's like
Well,
having
it's actually a
jet,
defect.
like having a jet black squirrel. Like I don't like squirrels. They cause damages to our area, our little tiny property here, and they're just
Oh,
a-holes.
they're horrible. They chewed holes in the greenhouse windows, so
In the
now
country,
I
I
have
would
to
just shoot them.
patch the windows in the greenhouse for the winter.
But the black ones never really seem to get
No.
into that much trouble, and they're cool. So I leave the black ones alone.
Yeah.
Was that racist? Do squirrels have races?
Hey, Jesse. Welcome to have ya.
Do fish have races? Oh, Jesse's here. You're right. So what we're looking at is a bunch of what I said before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black
I'm
bar
gonna let you talk
antlers.
for a second
Why?
because my earphones are hurting, and I'm gonna step out quick.
Oh, you're lucky. We're gonna mute that. It's less background noise. So in this aquarium, you can see all sorts of ram's horn snails, or strawberry ram's horn snails. I believe we inherited them from Jeff Kane, but they're awesome. Wish you could zoom in on them more. Using the setup that I have right now, that's about the best picture I'm gonna get you. Other than doing some lighting stuff, I could turn off. I'm gonna turn off some overhead lighting. Hold on. Don't worry, I'm not leaving it like Katie does. You know, it'd also be helpful if I just kind of turn down some fans. I probably helped a little bit, right? Katie's not here, so I get full on cam now. Ow. So, anyways, black bar endlers. We got a couple of them from helping out at a job, and look at that, it's just kind of freeze. Oh, no, it's fine. There's a calico in there, I believe, and another lemon blue-eyed pleco that I said before. There's a super red. You can kind of see this came out of the cave. On the bottom of that white cave is going to kind of separate those out a little bit now that they're getting bigger. Jeff, make it to the... Oh, that's wonderful. He's watching while he's driving. Okay, don't type anymore then. Keep your hands on the wheel. I have to burp, so I'm going to mute it. Do we have any more super chat things and stuff that I missed? Because I put Katie in charge of it. I gotta do some water changes on there. I was planning on doing that a little bit. But we're doing a live stream showing a few tanks. So I had a question. There was a thought in my mind. Something I didn't want to forget about talking about. So here's my idea. Want to know what you guys think. If it's not original, whatever. I didn't do a lot of research on it. Usually when I have a thought, I think about it a lot. I draw it out, and then maybe I do some research on it, see if anyone's even touched close on it. But I haven't yet. And it's not an original idea. Let's talk about water quality. The cycle that goes on in our fish tank. Living creatures. We know the ammonia cycle. We don't have to go over that. What would happen if you took this tank that you're looking at right now, remove all of the living creatures out of it other than plants, and in fact added more plants, and then you were to keep the same light cycle, the same aeration going, so there's no snails, no fish, maybe microorganisms at that, but the big waste producers that you see, your pets that you're taking care of, they're all gone. You get the picture. That tank, pull them all out, add more plants. Would the toxic qualities, the things we don't like, things that build up, that make us want to do water changes, would they eventually diminish? Would the right kind of filtration along with plants in a fishless aquarium eventually produce water that would be ideal to put into an aquarium to use as water change? So this is my idea. Instead of always having to bring buckets or bring a water source, what if I had a container, a pool, an aquarium, whatever, something to process water out of an aquarium. Say you do water change, you pull that water out, you take water from your pool filtration, your whatever you want to call it, a bog, nothing but plants. You take that water, put it back in there, and the water you take out of your aquarium, you put back into that bog, and it sits, and it gets processed by mechanical filtration, chemical filtration, as well as organic filtration, microbes, plants, not fish. No fish in it at all. Is that possible? Hold on, let's unmute you.
Salient says the whole tank, including the plants, would die off. But then Jamie also said, like a distillery cycle.
Okay. Kind of, sort of. So, Jesse, the tank, the plants would die off after what point? Say there's the waste and everything that's still being processed, but the fish are gone. You take them out. They're going to live for a while until they run out of food because they're dependent on the fish, right? The only reason I brought up that thought is that you then do a water change on that aquarium or pond or container, whatever you set up. We'll use this tank as an example of it. Take all those plants, leave them in there, take all of the fish, all of the living organisms, and the plants will live off what's in there for a while. But then do a water change where instead of taking out dirty water and putting in clean, you're actually taking out clean water and putting in the dirty water from another tank that actually has fish in it. And then you take that clean water from your plant tank, put it into your fish aquarium. You can't purify it fast enough.
Peplin just wants to run water to the garage.
There's got to be a way to purify it. If it's a large mass and a huge amount of plants. You wouldn't be able to do it with every single tank, but I think one or two or more 10-gallon tanks compared to like something that's 700 gallons. A 700-gallon pond with nothing but plants in it that processes a bio load. How many tanks could you run off of it? But you know this from experience, Jesse. Has anybody tried it? Why do we have sump filters? Why do we do filtration at all? Or we try to get the aquarium to balance itself? I'm thinking about biological filter on an enormous scale. And eventually, sure, yes, due to evaporation and due to other things, you will have to get clean, fresh water and add to the system. But how much of your system can you tie together? Because you have all these tanks. Why can't a person equalize them all with a freshwater source and grow plants at the same time? I mean, like enormous amounts of plants.
Foxy wants to know where her niece is. She's sleeping very soundly. And I'm not quite sure if you can see or not.
Reflection.
I'll have to take a picture and show you.
She's in the other room, closely monitored. Alright, I don't know if I made much sense on my idea, and I know what I'm thinking about.
Well, I'm sure if there's a will, there's a way, and scientifically, yeah, it might work, but economically, like Jeff said, it may not pay off where you're just spending too much time letting it do that.
Using less water, fresh water. The more time that a water source can
Thanks,
sit and be
Foxy.
stored, and I mean, and reap benefits from it. It's not just a stagnant source of water that does nothing for you. It can also grow more plants, which you can then put into your aquariums or sell off or give away. You can, for lack of a better word for me, breed plants in it. Right? So you're growing different species of plants and you're using that, and the plants are doing the water processing for you while you're growing them. As well as you can use food plants. Big, giant aquaponic source, so to speak, but a way to process your water in the meantime. Whether it is not fast enough at processing it, it still does a little bit. So that's why I'm saying that you'll still have to add water to the system. You'll still have to use fresh water from a tap or whatever, your well, but to keep that water in the system as long as possible. Be most efficient. Okay, never mind. I'm just a weirdo. What?
Jesse also said, but you have to have living fish to feed and create the symbiotic relationship.
Right. But the symbiotic relationship is transferred through water, right? So you have one source, you're taking out the water, the clean water, and putting in the dirty. And the other source, you're doing opposite. You're taking out the dirty water, putting in the clean. You're just swapping water between two sources. Just one has fish and one doesn't. One has a massive amount of plants, and like I said, not only the biological filtration, but the mechanical filtration, all of that, making that water clean again. If you've done water changes with buckets, with most of you have, you suck out the water, you clean off your sponge filters, and then the water just looks like muck. Have you ever put a lid on that and forgotten about it for a week or two? Open that thing up, and the water's like crystal clear. There's a layer on the bottom. It doesn't mean it's the best, healthiest water, but it separates itself. Things happen with water. I don't know. I'm not even gonna. That sounds so dumb when I say that.
I think you're onto something.
I don't think the water would take the place of the fish. Does the fish have to physically be next to them?
What if it's really mulmy?
It all has to do, if you're talking about energy, the energy can transfer through water too if it needs to be, but it's not about that. The plants, I don't think, physically need to have fish near them. Take a look at the plants in our goldfish tank. That one on the right used to be pretty damn bushy. They're not living that great around them. In fact, the water is getting cloudier because they're just eating the crap out of that plant. Maybe it'll balance itself out.
He goes, it's kind of like a sump concept.
Yeah, it is. But it's not a continuous one. It's like you wait to do your water changes, but when you do your water changes, you pull them from your pond. Let's say you have an inside pond.
Jeff's not really for the idea. He says do a 6 to 12 month purification to ensure all hormones are no longer present. The rest of your garage is going to have to be the purification system to run a dozen-ish tanks.
Anubias. I should pop an Anubias in there and just see if they eat it or not. We got a few of them, don't we?
A few, not many.
It's just a thought. I know at first it seems like, well, if you really wanted it to be a closed system, it would be crazy because you're like making an entire ecosystem, and that's like probably been a project for mankind for a long time. All I'm saying is it doesn't have to be 100% efficient. I'm just thinking about the best uses of the water instead of dumping it on the ground or dumping it down the drain for it can go wherever. For us, I pay for every drop of water that comes out of the spigot. So I want to use it as long as possible.
Vibe says rice goes well with frontosas.
What?
You're not eating your frontosa, are you? I would sure hope not.
Probably.
Brian says, you're in Wisconsin, water's plentiful. I can see doing this if you lived in the desert.
Things can change, and just for the hell of it, you know? Yeah, water's plentiful, so I can maybe afford to experiment a little bit. I just like thinking about it. It's just a thought. Put it through you guys' minds. This is on mine. And it's my favorite part of this hobby is the water. The mechanics of it, how it moves.
Rod's Aquatics in the house.
Even if I didn't have any fish, I would like playing with containers of water. I just do.
Hey, Mike. Good to see you. MNC Aquatics.
Mike, you changed your logo. I like it. I do.
Jeff says, remember our wastewater treatment plants can't get enough hormones to not mess with wildlife.
Yeah. I think plants are the key. Plants
And
and rocks and sand.
Jeff also says you should chat with Coral and Moose about this.
Okay. Well, I've got ideas.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt to have ideas.
So our
And-
angelfish, they spawned down here.
Both pairs.
Mm. Again, we'll see. Two of them spawned in here, but the eggs were gone the next morning because there's
Oh,
too
were
many.
they?
Yeah, there's
Eh.
there's so many other species in there that those eggs won't stand a chance. But I would like to spawn some more angelfish again. We already have 10.
I think we're okay for right now.
You would think that.
I would like the other couple to actually have a saving chance of having a spawn.
I would like so many things. And that brings me to the main. What was it? Oh my god! The main and then
The main
next one.
topic.
Yeah, the description of this live stream was to not give up.
Never give up.
I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things I just wish I could spend all my time working on. Many of you feel the same way. But for me, I get frustrated when I can't get to it all, or even if I have to spend a day where I don't touch anything at all, I'll hear it. It drives me insane, and I want to give up sometimes. Because after all, if I can't do it all, then why do it at all? If I can't do everything, why do it at all? It's probably a bad way to think.
Aw, Foxy.
Don't stop. Yeah. Well, I gotta get the right reverb for that. Check. Don't stop. That's too much. Fish keeping. Hold on to that feeling. That's horrible. Whoa, whoa. Okay.
Oh,
Stop
that was
it.
really
Make
loud.
it. Make it stop.
Yeah, no.
That's where everyone will leave when I start doing that.
Brian said you have a baby now. Time is precious. It sure is. Trying to decide what free time we have to do what we need to get done. I typically let Jake, with his free time, get out to the fish room to make sure all the tanks are taken care of. Then I take care of baby. When in a certain part of the day after he's done, it's daddy time with River. So we always make sure that each of us have time with River throughout the day. We have to have that bonding with River.
Me too. It's just a hard change sometimes. And I apologize for clipping, and I'm glad that it did. Just a little more tweaking of this compressor and stuff, and I don't have to worry about clipping. I'll just smooth it all out. I just don't know what I'm doing. Clip, clip, clip,
Elfish
clip.
is here. Thank you for coming, David. Thank you for coming, Red Laser.
So,
Jamie says she loves the effects, that they're so fun.
if I knew how to run them correctly, it'd be more fun.
Ooh, that tank is cloudy. You're too funny, Foxy. Vibes wants to know what's the last thing you ate. Tacos? I'm not sure if it's the general chat.
I think it was a gnat. It's in my mouth.
Oh my goodness gracious, that plant has grown. Yeah. It shot up the last couple days. Well, I'm wondering what you're doing. Okay. You're showing fish?
Jesse says, in the wild, aquatic plants get nutrients from Earth. In our non-dirted tanks, the plants need to get the nutrients. Fish is the best natural way. If no fish, you need to supplement. And Vibe said the last food he ate was a chocolate chip cookie.
We are. Look at this craziness. We're not allowed to show. Am I muted?
No. You were not
Behind the
muted.
stage. Just got a few buttons and knobs to contend with. That's all. It's just things you got to hook this up to that, and then after you hook it to there, you got to place it through this, and you got to turn this knob over here, and then you're gonna make sure that this is on and recording at all times, and then the line that comes out of there somehow gets into this, and then you've got keyboards and sliders and Katie, and I just don't know how to operate it all in this. Whoa.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay,
Okay, that's enough.
that's enough.
She's
Somebody
starting to wake up, by the
Turn
way.
off the shaky cam.
She's starting to wake up, so I'm going to have to.
Well,
Thank you all for a great case of the Mondays. And remove myself because she is awake and she is hungry.
Yeah, I suppose it's time to probably get off here in another hour, and less than.
Less than.
Somebody else is going on live.
Thank you all for coming. We appreciate you, each and every one of you, for coming in on our lives. And we hope to see you next week. Hopefully the same time, 6 o'clock Central
6 o'clock.
Standard Time. And you never know. We might have River with us. Depends on her sleep schedule for
That
the
would
day.
be nice. People demand to see the river.
Yes, they do. Which isn't a bad thing. She did really well last week.
I think most of the time our babies should only be on our members only. If you want to see your baby, you're going to have to pay for it.
Oh, Jacob. Knock it off.
I'm going to sell my baby.
You are not selling our child. Goodness gracious.
Just kidding. I'm just joking.
Be humble.
Always be humble. Always be kind. I love you guys so much. And if I can make that face come up on Katie anytime that... Alright guys, love you. We'll see you next Monday, huh? If not before. Have a good night.
Gay and Jake got a case of the Mondays. Heading to Hagen Hill, where the time plays. Aquariums looking fresh with the fish and plants. Turning work weeks slumped into dance plans. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with a pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with the pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. High in the design, breaking Monday spells. Fish in the tank, swim my jingle bells. Plants on the walls, greeting every mile. Katie and Jake making Mondays worthwhile.